something that isn't so beautiful and loving. These white people are trying it, and I'm getting goddamn sick of them. Okay. These white students in Texas, a high school, had the audacity, the unmitigated gall, to have an online auction on Snapchat where they pretended to sell their black classmates. So during the fake auction, some of the white students placed bids from $1 up to $100 on black students. The school superintendent launched an investigation and said, quote, this incident has caused tremendous pain for the victims, their families, and other students of color. And for that, we are deeply saddened. Should the parents of these students and their teachers be held accountable? Who should be held accountable for this? And why do these people, why are they so emboldened? I blame all the slave movies that came out a few years ago, brought it right on back, got white people feeling super comfortable. When it was happening, I felt like there's always a reason for these things. People started feeling like looking at us differently again. And I just don't know why this new like this crop of younger people are harping on this slavery stuff and like really fearless how they really coming for us right now. They really have no fear for us anymore. It's really ridiculous. What do y'all think?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what this is. You know, Donald Trump has empowered these young millennials or whatever Gen Zs to feel like they can do whatever the heck they want to do in social media. But let me tell you what, you did it in the wrong state. You did it in the state of Texas where the Davis Law exists, which means that cyberbullying is a crime. Whenever you use the internet or any social media platform to intimidate, embarrass, or make fun of anyone, you are held accountable. And it is a third-degree felony, which could be pushed to a criminal charge of a Class A or B misdemeanor. I think this is exactly what these young white boys need to be used as an example to do. They did wrong. How dare you sell anybody on any type of slave auction, especially the black people at your school? I think because also in the state of Texas, if you're 17 years or older, you can go to jail. These young men need to be made an example of. They either need to be charged a misdemeanor A or B, or they need to go to jail. It's unacceptable.
And the audacity of you white people in Texas. I live in Texas. I live right in downtown Texas, Dallas. Y'all was the raggedy state that had black slaves 2 years after slavery was declared illegal. Y'all kept slaves in place for 2 extra years. Y'all knew we was free. We's free. Y'all let us be free. Y'all let us work. Y'all let us do. And I know there was some black people that caught wind and said, you know what, Otis, I heard that we don't got to keep doing this. And so don't you say that. And these white people let us keep going and going and going for 2 years. So I think that raggedy ass spirit of those racist ass, lazy ass slave masters that don't want to do their own goddamn work themselves, made us pick the cotton, made us do their work and get the tobacco and all that other harsh environment, harsh, horrible treatment they did to us. Y'all still got that running through your blood to think that that shit is cute. When I got to Texas and like they celebrate Juneteenth here, and I'm like, it just blows my mind. 2 extra years. Think of all the wealth that could have been generated for black families. Think of all the murders that could have been avoided, the abuse, the rapes, the whippings, the lynchings. And shame on you white people that are direct descendants of that fuckery. Excuse my language. I'm not supposed to say that. The effery. Yeah. Anyways.
No, this entire situation is unacceptable. And somebody has to be made an example of. If it was a person of color doing something disgusting in the cyberbullying space, cyberbullying makes people commit suicide. This is a serious offense. These young kids need to be held accountable. They need to either pay a huge jail or something of those sorts, period. And it needs to be on their record for a long time.